Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the best free cards in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM here on this tier list. But before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 11,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, and I would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. First card of the tier list is going to be Mr. Alex English. I think he's pretty good. I'm a fan of this card for sure. He's basically Carmelo, but better at the 2. Got good size, solid slash, or very good slasher, great shooter, really solid defender, just a really solid all-around card. He's not the most next level elite card really in any specific area, I wouldn't say, but he does everything on the court at least a very solid level, which I'm a big fan of. Austin Reeves, I love moments cards. I want to see more moments cards, but a lot of these moments cards aren't that awesome. Like, they're good, but they're not great. I think Austin Reeves kind of falls into that category. He's solid. He's not incredible, but he gets the job done. He's going to be a decent all-around card at the shooting guard position. Can kind of do everything as well at a pretty decent level, but he's not an elite card in any specific area. I like his release. He's a good enough slasher. He doesn't have great size. He's a decent playmaker, solid defender. Not incredible, but definitely a very, very solid card in my team. So I'd say C tier for him. Billy Knight's going to go S tier for sure. Big fan of Billy Knight. Obviously one of the best shooting guards in the game with a great release, great movement, really great slasher. Super good all-around animations. Only 6'6". He's a tiny bit short, but really that's about the only flaw he has. So overall, he's certainly a great card. Jetty Osman, I think, also probably goes C tier. Jetty Osman goes B tier, I think, because he is 6'7". He doesn't have the best SIGs, but he does have quick drops, a very nice release, and is a solid defender. Got every single key badge on at least gold pretty much as well, which is nice. So I think he's a very solid card. A really nice free shooting guard still. Gets the job done for sure. Charlie Villanueva, I think, goes A tier. I think you could even maybe argue that Charlie Villanueva goes S tier. He is an elite tier card. Definitely a huge fan of this Villanueva card. He's got a great release. He moves solidly. He's got great dunk animations, a really nice player build, very solid defender. Definitely a big, big fan of this card. Did gameplay on him yesterday if you want to check that out. But I highly recommend picking this card out of the Bracket Buster Spotlights if you get the option pack with Charlie in it. I'm also looking at this list right now and realizing that I forgot to put Kevin Garnett on this list because I am an idiot. I don't know how I did that, but remember, Kevin Garnett is an S tier player. I can't add him to the list now, unfortunately, but I did forget to add him, which is my fault. So I just want to bring that up real quickly, that KG is definitely S tier as well, so that I don't forget that. I'll probably still get a comment, where is KG? But yeah, for those of y'all who watch the video, y'all know that he is S tier. Chris Kaman, I think, also goes, he's just not that great. He's one of the better free centers in the game, but he's not an awesome card. He's probably B tier. He's a good defender, has a nice enough release, good size, kind of a tiny bit slow, but not really slow. He's good. He's just not incredible. Corey Brewer. I've heard really good things about this Corey Brewer card. Have not used him myself. I did not include that many of these Bracket Busters Diamonds players on here, but I added a few of the ones that I know are good. Haven't really used many of them, but the thing about Corey Brewer is that he's 6'9" at the shooting guard position, which is really, really valuable to have that type of size. Hot spots for everywhere. 6 hops include Anchor, Challenger, Clamps, Glove, Interceptor, and Menace. All defensive, which are really nice. He's got great all-around gold badges, pretty much every single key gold badge on the card as a base card, which is a huge W, and he's fast. He's a very good defender, good dunker, and a good shooter. Has a decent release, normal leaner, solid but not incredible movement, but overall, he's a very, very good budget card. I'd say he's honestly even probably a little bit better than Jetty Osman, but he's going to go high B for me. Damian Lillard is going to go D, unfortunately. I'm going to put Dame C for now, I think. He's not big, and he's not a great defender, but they did improve his movement with this card. His release is solid. He is a great slasher, and he's a very fun card to use. I gotta put him D, I think. I think I have to. He's not quite good enough at this point. He's too undersized. Size is so important in this game, and he just doesn't have it. But I do think he's a very solid card still. Danny Ferry's an S tier card for sure. Big, big fan of Danny Ferry. I mean, he's one of the best shooting guards, small forwards in the game, maybe the best small forward in the game. Elite release, elite SIGs, elite size. Very, very good defender and a great slasher. One of the more complete cards in the game right now. Top 10 card in my team. Definitely an S tier level guy. Denzel Valentine is not a card that I have used, but I haven't really used any of these diamonds actually, so I'm kind of going off of based on what they look like on paper. But Denzel's another great card with Hoff Limitless, Hoff Clamps, Hoff Dimer, Hoff Agent 3. Not the fastest, not the greatest defender, but solid enough. Not a great slasher. Doesn't have great dunk animations either. He does have front clutches actually, which is good. I mean, his movement's pretty good. He's got Steph size up, which is fine. His Trey escape is actually really nice. Steph behind the so his SIGs are really solid. He's got Rudy Gay base as well, which is really nice. His animations are a little better than his stats, but he's got good badges as well. I mean, he's a very solid card. Definitely a B tier level guy. Jamal Crawford is either C or D. He is 6'5", so he gives you a little bit more size at the PG than a guy like Dame, but he's got a good wingspan, but not the greatest player build. Very good playmaker, although they didn't give him like the most incredible sigs. Francis size up is great, but KD escape isn't phenomenal. Pippen behind the back is not that good. Quick drops is nice to have. He's got a decent enough release, although his release is not quite as good as it's been in previous years, and he's going to struggle on the defensive end of the court, but I do think he's good enough to go C. Gonna put E and A. I think he's on a very similar level to Charlie Villanueva. Really think it's pretty much a preference between these two guys. He's a great pick and pop shooter, can move a little bit, has good size at 7 foot at the power forward position, can play center, can defend. Very solid card. Julius Randle's going to go C for me. He's just undersized, only 6'8" at the power forward position, has decent movement, an okay but not great release, good slasher, good enough defensive ability, but he is very undersized, which does hurt the card, so only got to put him in C tier. Karl Malone, I honestly do believe has to go D tier. Outside of Karl Malone off the court, I mean, that's pretty F tier. But regardless, the cards, he's not that good anymore, to be honest. He's also undersized. His release is not great. He's not quite as good as Julius Randle, and I have Julius Randle in C tier, so I think it is fair to put him in the D tier. I will be completely honest, I'm forgetting who this is. I think it's Lamond Murray. Let me make sure. But I have not used this card either, but I have also heard good things about him. He is 6'7" at shooting guards. He's got decent size, good slasher, good playmaker. It looks like Sigs. He's got decent speed. He's got a good enough release. I don't think this PJ Washington base is bad. I've heard it's pretty good. Sigs are honestly quite good. He's got tray escape, Kemba size up the lid behind the back, and he's got quick drops, so his animations are nice. A couple with pretty good speed, solid defense. He's another like B tier, even borderline A tier shooting guard. I think we got a lot of good shooting guards in these spotlights, and Lamond Murray is definitely another one of them. Larry Keenan, same type of thing, another one of these spotlight diamonds that really does hold it down at a very high level. He's not the greatest shooter in the world, but he can get all the shooting badges added, only an 83 wall, but he is very fast, a great dunker, and a really, really solid defender as well. Has pretty good size at 6'9" at the small forward position with a good player build. Donovan Mitchell base isn't bad. Jetty Osman upper is nice. Normal leaner, solid sigs. I like PG's size up, and tray escape obviously is my favorite escape in the game. Doesn't have the best dunk animations in the world, although he does have front clutches, so I take that back. Very solid dunk animations as well. Another card with amazing animations and solid stats and badges. Certainly good enough for B tier as well. I'm going to put Lou Hudson in C tier. He's mostly just a shooter at the shooting guard position. Doesn't do a ton else. Not the best playmaker. Little undersized. Not bad, just not great. Doliak's going to go D tier. I think this card sucks. He needs a better release. They gave him great sigs, but his ball handle rating is too low to actually activate those sigs and use them properly, and he's not fast either, and his release is not good. I am not a fan of this Doliak card at all, and I definitely think he goes D tier. I have a lot of B tier guys right now, but I kind of want to put Oluwakonde in B tier as well. We might have to make some adjustments and move a couple of these guys up. I think Oluwakonde and Kaman are on a pretty similar level, so we're going to leave them both in B tier for now. Oluwakonde has a really nice release, and he's got good size, a great player build, decent sigs, good dunk animation, solid defender. Only a 73 ball, but with some shooting badges added and a shoe, as well as the fact that I really do like his release a lot. He's definitely a B tier guy. Definitely S tier for Bantam, another top tier card. Bantam is absolutely elite. He moves really, really solidly. He's got a great release. He's an elite defender, elite slasher, really good animations, an awesome top tier card. I'm sorry, Muggsy. I know me and Evan put him in S tier in our best cards tier list. We were messing around. He's 5'3". He is a D tier card. As much as he is a very fun card to use, and he is free, which is very nice. I hope y'all typed in the locker code for him. He's a very fun card to use. That being said, he is way too small to be legitimately viable in any sort of setting outside of just trolling and having fun with the card. So definitely D tier in my opinion. Nate Thurmond has some pretty good animations and is a decent card, but he's got a very low 3 ball, which does hurt him. I think he's like a 63 ball, which is not what you like to see. Good card, just not a great enough shooter to be higher than C. OG Anunoby's a pure 3-and-D guy, decent release, very good defender, not a great slasher or playmaker or anything like that. His release is good, but not great. He's a C tier guy. Purvis Ellison's definitely S tier. Big fan of Purvis. I think he's great. I'm really a huge fan of the card as well. We got 3 awesome RNG small forwards this season in Danny Ferry, Purvis Ellison, and Mike Bantam, so I hope y'all have at least been able to get 1 or 2 of them. I have Ferry and Bantam, but Purvis is probably the 3rd best small forward in the game right now behind Ferry and Bill Russell, in my opinion. Some people even have him higher than that. He's really good all the way around. Another elite level card. Gonna put Pete Maravich, I think top of A. I don't quite think I can put him S. I really think he's very good. No, I'm gonna put him S. I'm gonna do it. I know he's only 6'5" at PG, but he's such a good shot creator. He's got such good sigs. He's one of the best 3-hunting cards in the game. He's got a great release. He competes defensively as well. I really am super high on him, despite only being 6'5". He's good enough to go S. I'm sorry, I got to do it. Randolph Childress is 6'2" at the point guard position, but I have heard that he is a decent enough card anyway. He's a little small, but he can dunk. He's got good perimeter defense. He's going to struggle massively on the interior because of the size and was kind of a low interior rating, even with the anchor badge on gold. 96 speed. speed. He doesn't. Russ Westbrook base on very quick isn't actually that awesome, but it's good enough. MJ dribbles. His 6 aren't even that good. This card's like meh. I like Pro 2 leaner. I love quick drops off him, but yeah, he's got to go D tier, man. Kind of like Dame, just not quite good enough. Ray Allen, I think, does go. No, is Ray any better than Corey? I'm moving Corey Brewer up. I really think Corey Brewer's size and defense is so valuable at shooting guard, even though he's not the greatest shot creator. He's kind of like a Scottie Pippen, Grant Hill type of card, especially since he has a great release. So we're going to move him out to the A tier, and we're going to go Ray high B. Y'all might disagree with me on that one, but I don't know if Ray is significantly better than Lamont Murray, Denzel Valentine, even Jetty Osman. They're kind of close. I think he's better than these guys, but I'm not sure he's quite... is he better enough to go A tier is the question. He does have Hoff Anchor. He's a little undersized at 6'5", but he has very good movement, a nice release, very good dunk animations as well. I'm going to go A tier for Ray still. I think he is still an A tier card. B tier for Torian Prince, one of the best releases in the game, but he is a bit undersized at small forward. Not the greatest shot creator in the world, but his release is incredible, which makes this card really, really nice. No Hoff defensive badges either, so he's undersized and not the greatest defender at the small forward position, but his release is so good, I don't care. He goes B tier. Trae Young is D tier, the worst level 40 card of all time. I would run Muggsy over Trae, and I'm not trolling. I think Muggsy is better than Trae. The only reason I put Trae on this list, and I've put him on the last few lists that I've done these types of things, is so I can complain about the card and remind you that is the worst level 40 of all time, and I have no idea what was going through 2K's brain when they made him a level 40. It was just disrespectful and just L. No, D tier. He should have his own tier. He should be F tier, honestly. Tyler Hero, I don't think is quite as good as Pete Maravich. He's not S tier, but he is A tier. He does move well. He's got a good release. He's got obviously really good badges, 30 Hoffs. I mean, good dunker, great animations, really good card still, just not quite S tier in my opinion. And then the final card on this list is going to be Zach LaVine, who I think goes C or D. I mean, he's like very similar, I feel like, on level to Lou Hudson, better slasher, not quite as good of a release. Neither of them are the greatest defenders. I think you can go, no, I don't think he's as good as Lou, man, because his SIGs aren't that good either, man. So I'm going to put him D tier. I really think I got to put him D tier. He's high D, but you could argue C. But I just don't think he's that good. Not a great level 40 choice either by 2K. But that is going to do it for this tier list. Let me know what you think of the list down in the comment section down below. If there's any players I missed besides Kevin Love, which remember, not Kevin Love, Kevin Garnett. Remember, I said KG is in S tier, and it was an accident to leave him off. But if there's anybody else I missed that you'd like to hear my thoughts on, feel free to leave a comment, and I'll let y'all know what I think. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.